Hey, what's going on? You're tapped into another 180 Creator interview. I'm your host, Teel, and I got another great guest with me, Brenden Stovall, a.k.a. KB, a.k.a. Mr. Cake House.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
We just shut down for the night. You know what I'm saying? Got the family situated and business situated. And now I'm here with you, man. I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, man. So let's hop right into it. What made Cake House come about? What do you think? Where did you get the origin of that from?
Well, me and my wife was like baking out of the house. It's kind of like a side hustle. Like I love to cook,
right?
Like, and then that's one of the things we do together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even not just me and her, like the whole family. Like everybody kind of gets in. Everybody do that thing. Like right. You know, one of our love languages is food.
There you go.
You know, so we started out like baking out of the house, and it was like really popular. It was just like really good. And I don't know, after so many years doing that, you know.
People were placing orders?
All the time, bro. All the time. Like, you know, so Cake House came. We had this, like an older lady. She was from Hope. She would come in and she would order a bunch of stuff. She'd be really excited. And then one day she was on the phone, one of her friends, and she was like, "Oh, girl, I'm over here at the Cake House." And I was like,
magic.
I was like, I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that. I was like, you ever have a spot? That's the name, Cake House. I was like, I love that. And, you know, a couple years later, you know, here it is. Made some good moves.
Yeah.
And, you know, did some things we needed to do. And we have a business.
Yeah.
A brick and mortar location that I like to think is, you know, one of a kind. And
it seems super creative. It seems like a creative way to go about, like, you know, you have your regular places that have like a little straightforward menu, and then you meet somebody that's like crafted like a whole different creative spin on it.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. It's like, it's definitely an expression, like, of, I don't know. I guess it's, I like to create. I have a need to create.
Yeah.
Like, even though I haven't done music in years, I freestyle all the time to myself, all the time. It never stops. It's endless. It's endless. It never ends. You know, so I still have that need to create. And I mean, before this, we had a clothing line called Reincarnated Couture. Our slogan or catch line, whatever it was, bringing dead denim back to life. So we would go like thrift denim, jackets, skirts, pants. You know, sometimes we'll just get them, bleach them, and distress them. Like, you know how they have like the rips in the jeans now, and it's like a patch underneath.
Right.
We did that before it was mainstream.
Before it
was called Levels, Reincarnated Levels, and like we would get like jeans and like cut the holes in them and distress them, and then put like a cut up camo patch underneath that, or like we was on that shit. So like we've always been creators. It's me and my wife T. I love her to death. Name's Torian. That's my baby. That's my heart.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
That helps. That helps when you have.
Yeah. That's she my everything. Real talk. Like no cap. Ain't nobody else do nothing for me. Like that's the one right there, dog. We've been locked in almost 13 years now.
Yeah. Me and my wife have been together for 12. I didn't do any math. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, Whitney. I'm sorry. But it's close. It's close to 12.
But
it's cool.
Congratulations. That's beautiful.
Yeah. You don't, and that's the thing. Like I noticed that like you don't see that as much no more.
No.
Like with younger people, you don't see like that long term. You really got to get with someone that fits with you. That is like, people are looking in the wrong spots, I feel like. And I see it all the time. Like,
I don't even think that it's like, I don't think people know how to truly like love unconditionally.
Right.
Like that's important. Like when you say that and make those vows, you know, through thick and thin, through sickness and wealth, through the ups and downs, whatever the vows are, whatever. Like that's unconditional. Like,
it's a choice, like every day. And there's days that you don't feel them as much. And there's days that it's not like romantic all the time. There's days that sometimes it isn't flowing and going, but that's when it matters that you stick to like you're saying, your vows. And that's where unconditional love comes in. Definitely. I feel that for sure.
Got a foundation, man. Like an unshakable foundation. So it's like, no matter what kind of day we're having or we might be going through, like at the end of the day, that's my road dog. That's my wife. That's my partner. That's my,
Yeah. I think a lot of people are looking for that. Even though today the culture doesn't seem like it by the way people act, I feel like, but I still feel like people actually want that. I think
people want it, but like people don't know how to have it. And if you do have it, a lot of people don't know how to hold on to it. It's like you gotta truly, like, really, it's about letting go of your pride.
Right.
Honestly, if you can swallow your pride and like that's what it takes sometimes. Like,
that's real. Because
that's it. And if you're not willing to do that, like, your relationship probably is not going to work because two prideful people, two people that's not willing to back down. Like
it's just like both running to the wall.
Yep. I mean, what you gonna do?
Yeah. So she's played a big part in Cake House being so successful. That's cool. I love to see that.
Absolutely. Like she does so much there. Like it's a certain energy. It's certain things that I lack. Like, what I love the most about her is that, like, where I'm lacking, she makes up for that. And I do the same for her. We balance each other out. That we make a whole, literally. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so there's just certain details, certain things that she thinks about, sees, says, does. And I'm like, oh, damn, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Where she like pushes me to like, no, this is what we're going to do. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. She's like, well, we're doing it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then it turns out being like amazing and selling great. And I'm like, babe, you were right the whole time. Like, so yeah, man, we've always been, like I said, partners in a way. Like, we always have always had each other back, especially with our little side gig, side hustle stuff. Like, she do her part for me with not so much, but she'll relay some messages. Like, I mount TVs too. I have the Mighty Mounts thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I didn't even know that. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like I've hung hundreds of TVs. Hit so many cables.
Yeah, cable hiding is very important though.
I mean, because bro, like, I don't know. I came from IT. My last job was in like IT. Yeah. Like, my jobs have been in like food service and then technology. Yeah. Like, those have been my jobs. So I learned to hang TVs, working IT. And it's another one of them things, like, it's almost like an outlet. I like to go play with my tools.
Yeah. For real.
Like, I like to go play with my tools, and I like to hang that TV up and put them cables in that wall and step back and go, look.
You don't see nothing.
Nice, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like,
ain't nothing worse than going to somebody's house and the janky ass cords is hanging down from the TV.
Like,
it's kind of.
I can't leave them like that. Even if they didn't ask for it, I'm like, can I do something with this? It bothers me.
Yeah.
Can I? It really is just bothering me. I can't leave your house and the cords like that. I just can't.
That's real though.
I'm good at that. I'm real cold.
Yeah.
At mountain TVs, and not just TVs. Like, I hung up giant paintings for people.
Yeah.
You have mounted a video game system, little sound bars.
Yeah. I just have a friend. I just say, hey, he loved it. He worked for Easy Mart. Shout out to Tony Johnson, a real friend.
Tony, man.
Yeah, one time for Tony. Yeah, Tony fixes everything I own.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's like my best friend. I call him, and he's just like a super handyman. He could just do anything. My water line breaks, something electric. I'm an outside guy, but and I can kind of fix things, but it's just like Tony gonna come when I call him. So it's like, yeah.
It's good to have a guy, man.
Yeah. And we're good friends outside of it too. So it's like, for him, it's like an excuse to come hang out. So like, we'll something that takes like 15 minutes, we might take an hour,
Of course, man.
Lean up against a truck, talk. You know how that is.
It's always good to have a guy, man.
Yeah.
Or just a way. Even if it's not a guy, whatever it is. good to have a solution readily available.
Yeah, for sure. But when you got a lot of stuff going on, man, you kind of have to find them. I've always been pretty good at finding people that could, you know what I'm saying, that either I could, and I love trading too, like, because I have certain, different businesses and stuff, and I love trading. So I've always been able to find people that like can do stuff for me, and I can try to do stuff for them, because trading is so old school, man. That's how they did it. That's how they really did it back in the Gap. That's how, they traded like everything. You have this, I have this. Let's just swap.
It works.
It does.
I believe they call it service for service now.
Yeah, service for service. I got tattoos for free. I was trading studio time for tattoos, man. I'm getting tatted up. I am doing nothing but hitting spacebar for it.
You have a form of currency.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah. People give me all kind of stuff. I ain't got no money. I'll give you an Xbox. Shoot, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you 4 hours. Let's do it. I just sit in there and hit spacebar for 4 hours and go home with an Xbox or something. Look like a W to me. It's cool, man. How do you like the entrepreneur life? Do you think that could you see yourself back at like a normal job?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Mm-mm. No way, man. No way. Like I said, I was mostly working like, I don't know, I had a lot of different little BS jobs, man. And like I said, I had the IT job, and that was cool. Then I had another type of IT job where I traveled and did stuff. But it was like, the way that they did things, I didn't always agree with.
Yeah.
I didn't always agree with stuff. And I was just like, this is dumb. Like, this is dumb. Like, I hate the way y'all are doing this. Why is this this? Why is this this? And I became very hard to work with at both jobs. And so no.
Yeah,
I like the thing about Cake House. That's our world. That's my world.
Right.
I set the rules there. I define what's going on in there. And you can't tell me, no, I can't do this, or no, if I decide I'm going to sell something today, cool. If I decide that, you know what, I'm going to fry up some chicken wings and serve chicken and waffles today.
Yeah.
Nobody could stop me.
That's cool.
It's my laboratory.
Yeah.
I'm like a mad scientist, and I'm like.
You still find yourself like in the kitchen just creating random stuff? Is that part of the flow?
Not necessarily random.
Yeah,
not random, but like I try to like push myself. I try to make myself like learn new techniques and learn how to do different types of stuff. Like I want to kind of get into bread making a little bit. That's like a whole nother lane. Like I want to learn how to do cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. And
like beignets and stuff like that. Like, so, but yeah, sometimes we do make random stuff too. We had me and the boys was running the shop. It was just me and my two sons, and we had Crazy Cookie Saturday. And we was just back there mixing shit up, swirling it up, mixing this and this together. And like a couple of flavors actually kind of like landed and like ended up being good. So it was like, all right, cool. Like my youngest one, he, I don't know, when we get down to the end of the little cookie dough, sometimes it'd be like some little doughs left. He took like two of them and swirled them together. And he was like, when he ate it, he was like, it tastes like a strawberry Pop-Tart. Lo and behold, a couple months later, we have a strawberry Pop-Tart cookie.
On the menu, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And getting the kids involved too. I can't wait till my kids grow up. I can't wait till my son gets older. I want to interview him so bad because he's hilarious. I want to try to get in. I don't know how. It probably have to be a short one, but I want to get him in front of a microphone and ask him questions. I feel like it'd be hilarious. He's only 3 right now, but just the stuff he says to me already. But I want to get my kids involved in my little creative world. So that's cool that you're doing that. That's cool. How old are they? Well, you don't have to say either because that could be personal.
Oh no, excuse me. They're my daughter is 15. One of my sons is 12. No, he's about to be 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be 12 in August. And then my other son, he was 13, about to be 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really dope to be able to give them their first job and give them their first paycheck and really teach them how to be at a job, like how to earn money. Like, this is how the business goes. Like, it's dope.
Right.
Like, they're the best employees. A1.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, I come from I'm a third generation septic guy, which septic is, it sounds nasty. It is nasty, but it is what it is. That's what I was born into. Man. I've embraced it. So my grandpa started it in the 50s. Mm-hmm. And then now, he passed away and my dad took over it. And now my dad's getting older. And so it's like, it just keeps on going. But, they had me at the job. They was changing my diaper on tractors and stuff, at the job sites and stuff. So, I grew up working. I feel like that's I don't know, something you get taught so early. Like, you do this, they give you money. It's like, instead of just like being at the house, Mom, give me $5. You know what I'm saying? Or kids grow up like, I want toys, I want this. And then they say, okay. My dad will say, okay, well, come shovel for 30 minutes and I'll get you something.
Earn it. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's how this works, because it doesn't change. You get older and you can't, as an adult, you can't just go, well, some people can, but for the average person, you can't just go, I want $5. And somebody's like, let me give this dude $5.
Right. Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen.
Not so much.
So
not so much at all.
Teaching them young. And that's what, man, because like nobody is just going to give you money, but like realizing one thing I think a lot of people don't realize, that as an entrepreneur, you can get people to give you their money. You've seen it.
Yeah.
They will give you your money. They'll give it to you by the truckload. You just have to come up with the right system, the right products, the right business, and people will give you money. A lot of people they're at their job, and there's people that are creative and they're so scared to let go of the job, and they're like, "Well, who's going to give me money?"
Yeah, but it's not easy though.
It isn't easy. It isn't
like. A lot of people go, oh yeah, entrepreneurship. And yeah, I'm my own boss and da-da-da. And yeah, all that. Cool. I agree. But I'm tired, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
6 days a week. I had that one day where I'm like, and I still really need to do stuff. I end up feeling guilty for not doing stuff. But I'm like, I just want to sit on the couch and not do nothing else.
Right.
Just for this one day. It never stops. It never ever stops. You have to like sacrifice a lot of like family time. Like you have to like just sacrifice things you want to do. Like Saturdays, I don't have a Saturday. On Saturday,
yeah, you're selling stuff
all day, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
like what I'm saying. It provides. It's dope. I'm still enthralled by the fact that people choose to come to my establishment every day. And like you said, give me money.
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to read a comment somebody left on our post because I think it was hilarious. My boy Swanson.
I screenshotted it. That is content.
That is hilarious. Let me go and screenshot this in my camera. Shout out to Zach Swanson. I went to school with him. He's so funny. He said, I ordered 7 things off DoorDash just to eat throughout the week. I'm down to half a banana pudding brownie and 1 regular brownie in less than 12 hours. Got me in a death grip. This is what got me. He said, I'd be dead if I was a diabetic because Cake House is worth the risk.
That is content you can't pay for right there.
Yeah.
That's
hard to beat that.
It's hard to beat that.
He said, if I was diabetic, it'd be worth the risk.
In trouble.
Yeah, that's wild. But people will give you your money. You just got to give them the right deal. And it's not easy. I do think sometimes people will get on in front of mics like this and be like, you should quit your job. You should do that. You're going to work a lot.
You're going to work a lot. And some days you're not going to make money. And some days you're going to have to rethink everything you've been doing and figure it. Like you have to be able to adapt and quickly. You have to be able to change at the drop of a dime. Like if something's not working, you either figure out why it's not working or you get rid of it and you do something else. Like it's all about.
It's like honing in the system. The system is what sells a lot of times, just the being able to recreate the experience. Mm-hmm. And that's what I learned at the studio, especially the studio. if I can get these people to show up and have a similar experience, as long as it's a good one, a similar experience as the last time they came, then it's easier to price it. It's easier for them to show up and know what's going to happen. If I can repeat that experience, I know they'll continue to pay me.
Because consistency is key. I said that when we first sat down, when you was talking about how you were potting more. Yeah. To quote my boy Jewel, potting.
Yeah, potting. He's so funny. Yeah, he was talking. He's kind of got the slower voice. He was like, "Yeah, it's cool that you've been potting so much, Joe."
I love Jewel,
he said, He said, "I'm actually the pod father around here."
You did,
which is cool, man. Block party. Give me some insider stuff on the Block Party podcast.
Insider stuff? We were just 3 guys smoking and sometimes drinking and shooting the shit.
Yeah. They were the best podcast, bro, where people are just chilling.
Yeah, there was no agenda.
Yeah.
There was no point to be proven. Like if something was stupid, it was stupid. And just because something was, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can't be stupid. No, it's stupid. It's still stupid.
Yeah.
We was just shooting the shit. That was all. Talking shit. And my favorite part, honestly, was Pass the Ox, man. I love that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you heard a dope song? Play me that dope song. Let me hear it.
And so y'all would just play it over the deal, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, Pass the Ox. Like, okay, it's your turn. What you got this week?
That's crazy, bro. People don't even use aux cords no more.
Apple's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, I have, now I'm a Samsung guy. I'm on the other side of the fence, but still no.
And Apple did that.
Yeah, they take the headphone deal away. That's weird.
Apple did that.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I watched this the other day. You probably find this interesting. There was an older guy, not too old, but like in his 30s or so, not older, but not like a high schooler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Then they had like a 13-year-old. Okay. And they had this little door between them. And they were asking him to do hand gestures. And he was like, he said, all right, y'all, answer the phone. The guy like our age, he was just, he went like this. The kid went like this. Like to put the iPhone up. Answer the phone. Yeah. And he said, hang it up. And he said, and the one kid just like clicked it. And then we were just like, and there were some other ones. And I was just like, bro, it's changed. It's already changed.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, man, how the technology changes.
Some people are shocked that our business has a landline. I'm like, wow, is that a cordless phone? It is. Look at this relic.
Yeah, what is that? Especially if it had a cord, bro. You'd really be messing up.
At least got to be a little.
Yeah. If you look
cordless.
If you look behind you, it's not in the shot, but beside that guitar that's a phone, dude. Like behind, like yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And that's a phone that was here, like the original phone for the business. Like that was on the wall. And that is insane. That thing's old as hell.
It is. It's a really old antique.
And they had to call the operator and some more shit.
Yeah, they probably had a few numbers.
When I was here, I would see, this is my grandpa's house.
Mm-hmm.
So this where we're at right now. He ran the business just out of his house, the septic business.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like 4 or 5 or 6, and I would be calling my mom, normally to come pick me up because didn't want to be at work. No kid really wants to be at work, but they'd have me up here. And they had the phone that you had to...
The rotary phone.
Yeah.
My great grandma's house used to have one of them joints.
Yeah. And I had to call my mom to come in. Then like you mess up, you'd be like, oh, fuck. You have to like reset it and try hang up and then retry to set it. But technology's moved. What do you think about tech? You say you're an IT guy. You got to have some feelings about how technology's rolling now.
I haven't got a new phone in like 3 years. I haven't bought a new gaming system. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some cool shit. Like AI scares me.
Yeah.
I feel like I've found out through various methods that AI has been used to generate video and stuff for a very long time, and we haven't been told that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense, though.
Yeah,
because the government's normally ahead in technology further than the common people is. Why would the common people have what the government has already?
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, Like AI scares me a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's cool too. There's some really cool things they're doing.
Oh yeah, I'm
with AI.
using it, but it's like the whole time I'm using it, like, cause there's certain things, dude, there's stuff on here, like recording.
Mm-hmm.
I can just like at the end, like there's people that don't know how to master. They just go buy Ozone and just, you got your songs already, at least you got it mixed. You just listen, it'll listen to it and like make adjustments for you. Like it'll do that part of the job.
Nice.
Yeah. There's several plugins like that. Like in fact, I could take like Neutron, which is another isotope plugin, which they kind of got on board first with some of the AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I could put Neutron on every track and let the assistant make a guess at it. And you could do that. And then you do that on all the separate tracks. And then once you bounce it down as like a mix, you could put Ozone on there and use AI to do it. And like basically it did like everything for you. And sometimes it doesn't sound bad. And this was like 4 or 5 years ago that I first discovered that you could do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my whole job.
Yeah.
There's going to be a big wave of people that lose their job when AI gets too good. And there's no way around it. Like there's no way to just say that won't happen, like, because it's going to be able to do a lot of things. It already kind of has.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, there's some big company, I think just laid off like 10 or 12,000 people. And it's like AI's
It's coming.
doing it.
Dude, I watched AI make a pizza today. I watched a robot make a pizza today. And I was just like, ooh. Yeah, I mean, I think of my boy, Underground Pizza. Shout out to Tyler Trout. That's my boy.
Trout, man.
That's my boy.
Pizza's fire.
Oh, yeah. Another guy that's just in the lab, man, coming up with it. He ain't not buying recipes and getting that man coming from scratch.
That's right.
And that's why it's so good.
That's right. You
can't get that shit at Domino's. You can't get that shit at Pizza Hut.
Nah.
Underground Pizza. Shout out to Tyler Trout again.
Respect what you do, man.
Yes, sir. Definitely. But I'm scared for all kinds of different businesses because it's like, dude, like I can take these, like I use Opus Clip.
Mm-hmm.
I get these podcast clips. Like people know me from that clips now. Hey, you got the podcast clips because I just have a million of them. I'm recording an hour-long podcast, 2 hour, 3 hour long podcast. I'm running them through Opus and they're making clips for me. And it's just guessing what it thinks is going to be good clips. And I can kind of go in and edit them later and shit.
Trim a little bit.
Yeah, and add stuff here. Sometimes they take a good story and fuck it all up. But, but it's getting better. And I've only been using it for 3 months. And it's like every month there's a new upgrade or whatever. It seems like so far, it's just getting consistently better. So if your job was editing clips for podcasts, you are useless now. Which I know how to make my own deals.
Right.
But dude, if I can run an hour-long deal through Opus Clip, it'll bust me down. If the content is good and it has a lot to draw from, it might give me 25 videos. And I would say 10 of them are probably bad, just the cutting ain't right. So maybe 15-minute long videos. You know how long it would take me to make 15-minute long videos in Final Cut Pro?
A lot.
Hours.
You can't argue with it, man.
It's like I'm using it and but I know like in the back of my head, like, dude, this is going to replace people. Like,
yeah, in some instances, but not in all instances. Like you talking about a robot-made pizza. The pizza probably was not fire.
Yeah, I would like to taste the pizza. Yeah, that would make me feel better. If the pizza just tasted like ass, like, you'd be like, yeah.
Fuck out of here, robot.
Yeah, robot. You thought you was just going to step in here like this?
Nah, robot, get out of here, man. We don't want no robot cook.
Robot cook, but the first, I don't know, like when I really realized that machines could do a lot of shit, and I think a lot of people realized it was when Walmart made their first move with the checkouts, self-checkout. It's like, oh, damn, like now you don't like.
You know what I hate at Walmart?
What's that?
I mean, besides Walmart itself, I hate the little robot floor waxer thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sam's has it. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. I'm like, this aisle with me right now, and it's just right in front of what you need.
It's like a standoff, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I hate that thing.
But dude, why can't robots stock shelves?
Probably could.
Yeah. So think about all the people that get paid to stock shelves.
I mean, so the thing is, we're supposed to let robots do everything and we lead this easy life, but they take all our money and they want us to work. They don't want us to be happy. So it's like the robot thing, which could potentially be great. Like, hey, the robots are doing all the work.
Yeah, we're just going to go out and chill.
Right. No. You still got all the bills.
Yeah, they would have to restructure. Me and my buddy Luke, we had an episode called AI Madness on our podcast. Anyways, we had an episode called AI Madness, and we went down the rabbit hole talking about AI. And man, we were thinking that you'd almost have to restructure society around it in order, because they would have to redo how things are. For us to let's say that robots do our job and we go do whatever the hell we want. Mm-hmm. You'd still have to have some type of money, or you'd have to have some type of way to get resources, and then it could so easily turn into almost like a communist type thing where they just, okay, this is what you get and this is how much you get.
All right.
And that's literally what America is supposed to not be into. So you'd have to.
The government just sucks.
Yeah, it definitely.
I mean, no matter what they do, there's too many of us for them to serve us all properly. And we're way too spaced out for the federal government to really effectively serve.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
This shit doesn't work.
It really doesn't.
Hey, but what are we gonna do?
So what? I mean, so why would technology slow down though?
Why would it slow down?
Yeah, why would it slow down?
There's only so far that it can go. It's
you think there's an end to technology, an end point, we've reached it?
Your eyes can barely tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. Why are they making 8K monitors? Why is that the next thing? Can you tell? Is that where we're at with it?
Yeah. There's other things though, like AI and things taking, being able to do more stuff, or it seems like they can make things smaller. What if they figure out how to work macro stuff? Macro
yeah.
stuff, micro technology that's super small and super fast. You think
a nanobot or something?
Yeah, like a nanobot. Yeah, but why not?
I don't know. Those things already exist though.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no way. I'm just talking, bro. I just be asking questions and thinking about it.
The collective conscious, and that anything that you see enough, you don't have to necessarily believe it, but if things get acknowledged enough, then they probably exist. And people have been talking about nanobot stuff in sci-fi for too many years for some form of nanobot not to actually exist.
That makes
somewhere.
Sense. Yeah. Because where do they get the inspiration for that?
Exactly. Everything came from somewhere. Nothing's new under the sun. And The truth is stranger than fiction.
Could we get to? Do you think we could get to a point? And I sound like Joe Rogan at this point, but do you think we could get to a point where there is something new under the sun, or do you think that saying is always going to be true?
Well, just because it's new to us doesn't mean that it's not new in general.
Yeah, that's good.
If you believe in the Nikola Tesla stuff and the free energy theory and the pyramids and all those old big buildings with the cathedrals, and they're crazy looking at all those things are antennas and they're meant to harness the energy of the earth. And
I've seen stuff like that before.
That there's free energy everywhere. Yeah, if we saw that, if that happened again per se, it would be new to us. But that means it had to have happened at some point in time because all these structures already existed.
Right.
So, nothing new under the sun.
Right. Okay. I just like asking out the box questions and watching people work through it.
You want to get out the box. I live there.
Yeah. I enjoy just thinking about stuff, man. And these podcasts are so fun because you put this thing away and and that's some of the best conversations I've had. No, not even some of the best, but a lot of the best conversations I've had have been during these podcast episodes where you eliminate all the distractions and you really just talk to somebody. That doesn't happen. You're at dinner, everybody's got their phones out, you're fighting for everybody's attention, and then you get in an environment like this, and it's just me and you are looking at each other. We just met each other, and we're talking about pyramids and aliens. Well, not aliens yet, but we may get there. But technology and AI and all this stuff. it's genuine conversation. I feel like that people could have had more before all the distraction.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if you're in the 80s, bro, and there ain't nothing, or it's like the 70s and nothing's going on, like people was out there just talking, I'm sure. Like, what else would you do?
I mean, yeah, what else was you going to do? Like that's like, you didn't have this ability to exist in your own like little world. Yeah. Like in your own little like super tiny bubble. Sure, I mean like your personal space bubble, but it's like if you wanted to be a part of anything, you had to be a part.
Right.
You couldn't like virtually participate in a conversation like a Twitter or a Facebook.
Yeah.
Like you had to be there. Like if you weren't there, it didn't happen.
Yeah. That's gone now.
Yeah,
what you just said, if you weren't there, it didn't happen. No, it happened, and we saw it. Somebody was live.
Or recording a story, or taking a selfie, or somebody saw it. Somebody got you. Or if not the phone, a security camera. Like something saw you, like somewhere you were seen.
Yeah, that's crazy. Watch fly. That bug is fucking us up, dude. I thought about killing him, but I was like, it might be a stink bug. He might make the whole room tonight.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, we'd be stuck here forever long. Try to ignore Mr. Stink Bug over there. Bro, have you ever heard people say, this is so off the wall, this is crazy off the wall.
All right.
Have you ever heard the people say that birds aren't real?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
I don't know if I get down with that one. But it is kind of smart, though.
Maybe pigeons aren't.
Like pigeons just in general.
Yeah, just the pigeons. Just the pigeons. Pigeons do look fake. Like, you're like, what type of bird is that? It's so plain. It's, that's a pigeon. Like, that's a pigeon?
Yeah, that's a surveillance team. It would be smart, though.
Yeah, like, some birds are real, but not all birds.
I just learned the other day that cats kill like 1 billion, like, I think it was 3 billion birds a year.
I can believe it.
Cats are like little murderous, fucking crazy animals, dude. I had no idea.
I love cats.
Yeah, but I'm
a cat person.
Yeah, they just wake up in the morning and just start murdering shit,
dude.
No,
they don't.
I mean, I guess if you feed it enough kibbles and bits and lock it in the house, then it'll use the litter box and eat your deal. But if your cat is out in the yard, it's out there murdering, fam.
Well, I mean, like, we've seen him kill a bird before, and we've seen him also kill a squirrel before, but it's not all the time. He's mostly having street fights.
Yeah, that they do get into those too.
It's always a street fight. That's what it is. He always come home beaten and battered and fucked up real bad. And
man, that's just where I looked it up. That's what Google said. Google said 3 billion birds, just birds. They said it was like 15 billion mammals that they kill a year.
Cats?
I mean, that also includes like lions and tigers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not your house cat isn't just like a super murderer. He's just a part-time murderer.
Like, I think it's a game sometimes. They're like, ooh, I can get that one.
Yeah.
Like, no. Listen, hold on.
Yeah, tell me something.
Okay, look. During the summer, our cat had like a bird friend and they would play and he never killed this bird. But like, the cat would be outside and the bird would like swoop down on him and then swoop back up and he'll fly across and swoop down on him and like peck him. He'll like swoop down and like this went on for weeks. Every day around the same time, this bird would come and make these noises and fly over and swoop down and peck the cat.
It was homies.
Yeah.
They was homies or they was beefing, one of the two.
No, because one time they was like sitting by each other.
Oh, no. They just hanging out.
I was like, oh, so y'all friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Never would have knew.
Yeah. They just thinking about starting a podcast.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. I ain't never seen this before.
That's wild. Animals, bro, thinking about animals communicating to each other. They've been studying that. There's one guy was using AI to try to figure out what dolphins are saying. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
Like trying to basically because they're smart and they're talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, how much are they talking to each other is kind of like the mystery. But there's people out there that think that they can like decode dolphin talk. They're using like AI to do it. That's some crazy shit. But yeah.
That's wild.
But even just thinking about how animals communicate, like, because like I got a cat and it's in the yard. I'm watching him today, and this other cat just rolls in, and like it was just like a stranger cat. Like, I ain't never seen this cat before, and like this cat was it was bigger, so it was kind of pushing him around. Like they didn't never touch each other, but like it would get here, and then he would move, and it would come over here, and then he would move.
Yeah,
and it was just like I was just sitting there, we're just watching in the front yard, just like, dude, what is going on with these cats? Like, in their own little world, this is like some major shit happening. Like, what are you doing here? Like, this is my yard.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you think about how cats look at us, have you ever studied like how cats look at humans? They look at us like they own us.
I can see that.
Yeah, because cats are way different than dogs. Like, dogs definitely fall under the role of like, take care of me and love on me.
Oh no, yeah, the cat's bossy. He's an ass.
Yeah.
He's very bossy, but he's very vocal too. But he's also like, I don't know. He gives hugs. I've never seen a cat that gives hugs. He'll literally like,
oh wow,
and yeah, bro, it's ridiculous.
It's animals. The animals are really. I'm fascinated with animals, bro. I love animals. Like, you get me on like National Geographic. Holy cow, that got me. My brain just gave out. National Geographic, people. I can just watch that for hours, bro. I could just watch animals. My buddy he be shitting on animals. Like Luke's on my other podcast, and he's just like the polar opposite of me. So we just argue. The show's called Addicted to Arguing. We just argue. And dude, the way he talk about animals, he's just like they're useless. Like, and I know there's a lot of people that feel like animals are just in the way, or they're just a part of this shit. Like, just something to be used, like a tool, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. What do you think? How do you feel about animals?
I mean, animals are cool. Like, dogs are like cool, but like, I can't have no dog in my house. Like, if I have a dog, I need like a huge backyard, and that dog has to be out there. And like, dogs stink. They be slobbing everywhere.
Yeah.
And our cat, like I said, he's a half outside, half inside cat. So he eat, come love on you. He cool. He might take a nap for a little while. Might go to sleep, but like, he gonna go outside most of the time.
He got some murdering to do.
Some kicking, he got some fucking to do.
Some fighting,
some fighting, some fucking.
He's living a good life, though.
Yeah, he's having a good time, man. I mean, like I said, I like him. You know, he's a black cat. You know, I feel like that's people look at it like it's a bad omen.
Yeah,
but I think it's a good omen.
Are you superstitious?
Nah, not really superstitious. Spiritual.
There you go.
That's a better word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like he, like wards off bad things from our house. Like, generally, nothing, like, feel protected almost in a way.
Yeah.
Not necessarily just by the cat, but like he's a good omen.
Yeah.
It's good to have around.
Did you think we was going to be talking about cats and stuff when you showed up? Or was you prepared for anything?
Dude, just let it go.
Yeah. I like this style of interviewing because it's like, I don't know, when people go to interviews, and I watch a lot of interviews, like, especially people just starting out interview, it's like, it feels so scripted. It just feels so, when did you start Cake House? And then they answer. And then they look at you for the next question. And then you go, what made you want to start Cake House?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to try to get away from that. It's just like, dude, you can find out a lot about people by asking them random questions and just seeing where like the conversation goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then I do like to ask questions that kind of drive the conversation. Like, how important do you think customer service is?
Oh, bro.
Have you
seen our reviews on Google?
Are they crazy good?
We've got
how many 5 stars?
I mean, like almost all of them except one. There's one lady who said we were overpriced and had bad customer service. I don't know who she was. She gave us 1 star.
But everybody
else gave us a 5 star. We have a 4.9 rating.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect. Like that one lady, like.
It's always one person.
So yeah, like. It's
always one. Because I talked to
customer service was poor. Like our customer service is never poor. Like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're known for that. Like we talk to people, we smile. Like it's the Cake House experience.
Yeah.
Come in, you're gonna see the art. We always gonna have some music on. It might be rap, might be R&B, might be house music, might be EDM, might be Afro beats. You never know what you might hear. You might be hearing boom bap instrumentals. Like And you never know what you might hear in there.
Yeah.
But, you're going to come in, you're going to see like I said, the artwork. We call it like, almost like a hype beast bakery. Like we got a Supreme board on the wall. We actually scored the Supreme gumball machine. Like our cooler is just like covered with Supreme stickers. Like so the art, super dope. It's like Cause characters, Murakami flowers, and it's like this whole giant landscape. We got the little Cause characters. Like, like it's just it's an experience. And you come in and you smell the sweet smells in there.
Yeah.
You look at the cases and you probably gonna see some stuff like that you ain't never heard of before, like the strawberry Pop-Tart cookie, or like you was reading, that dude said the banana pudding brownie. Like people are always blown away by that.
Yeah.
And it's like, then we got these dope boxes, this dope packaging. Like even if you order a little funnel cake, the little paper inside there, say Cake House on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the experience of being able to come somewhere and get like something that you can't get nowhere else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in my head when you were saying all this. It's like, you can get anything like that in town.
Yeah, like, because it's the only place where you can come and get cookies. You can get brownies. Nobody serves brownies. And if they do, they serve like a brownie or like a chocolate brownie, a cheesecake brownie. We have a whole case full of different flavors of brownies and cheesecake brownies. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get an ice cream sundae. You can turn a cookie or a brownie into an ice cream sundae. The cookies, you can get an ice cream sandwich. Like, you know what I'm saying? We do the dessert jars. We make our own lemonade and the lip smacking sweet tea and the lip smacking lemonade, man. Like, we make our own drinks. So you can come get a funnel cake sundae. You can come get a fried Oreo sundae or just fried Oreo. Like right now we're doing a peach cobbler funnel cake. Like, we're providing an experience that you can't get nowhere else.
Yeah, that's the magic.
Like, nobody does dessert like us because it's almost like we got it all. You can come in there and show me a picture off your phone and I bet you I can make something close to it.
Yeah.
A man came in one day, he had a picture of this Fruity Pebble funnel cake. I said, I got you, don't worry. Oh, he was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we do what we do and we do it well.
Yeah.
But it's an experience.
That's a really good answer. Yeah. Make a little clip of that. Send that to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We gotta go. I've never been to Cake House, fam. I don't know how. I don't really eat sweets, but I feel like I'm going to eat something in there that's going to make me change my mind.
Probably so. Like,
I like, y'all have peanut butter cookies?
The best.
I love peanut butter, bro.
But we got a peanut butter brownie too. That joint's fire.
Yeah. I love anything peanut butter, bro. I'm for it.
See, I wish I had asked you before the show so I could bring you some, but I didn't know I was like, what if he don't like sweets? Like, what if he's allergic to nuts and I take him this pecan cookie? What if I was just kind of like,
oh, yeah. I should have told you. I should have said, man, bring me a...
Because I was like, man, I should bring bro something. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, people have been bringing me hella gifts. It's been dope as fuck. I got the hat from Underground Pizza. Shout out to Underground Pizza. I'm going to say it every time. He brought me 2 pieces. I ate like a pizza and a half before we started and immediately regretted it. Because I was like, oh. But it was so good.
His pizza's really, really good.
Shirts from clothing companies. Yeah, I like when people... That's cool.
I really thought about it, bro. It was just like,
I should have messaged you. I'd be like, damn, I don't want to feel like an asshole. This one dude brought me tacos. It had nothing to do with tacos, but he brought me tacos. I was like, bet. It's fine. I like tacos.
I do too, man.
That's it. I'm going to Cake House. To the people watching, I'm going to Cake House this week. I'm going to get some form of peanut butter treat.
Definitely. Yeah, them cookies, them peanut butter cookies, like people love them, man.
My wife has been scouting there. She already knows what she wants. And she hadn't been yet neither. We've talked about going before. But so she already knows what she wants. I can't remember what the hell she wants. But I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. So
fine.
But yeah, peanut butter cookie, gotta come get that. What else do you do? What do you do outside of this? Or like you're saying, do you have any hobbies outside of this? Or is this just like consumed you?
Yeah, like six days a week, mostly. Like, I'm there. I mean, like, me and my boys, we play Tekken.
Yeah.
We play Tekken, a little fight. We do a little Mario Kart. Of course, everybody plays a little video games. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I'm a gamer. Like, I'm raw. Still be giving them the business. They ain't got nothing for me. Like,
It's going to be a scary day when they get old enough to beat you, because I know that
Oh, because they're going to have years of training. They're getting their ass whooped. They're going to finally figure it out.
Yeah. It's like beating my brother or something finally, which he normally stays better than me. He plays game. He's a gamer still. I don't. I have like an Xbox that's been passed down like 3 people right now, and I'm playing like Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the original one from 2005. I'm like stuck on the last game I was good at, so I just keep playing it. I have a Switch too, so I play a little Mario Kart, a little something like that.
I love my Switch.
We play the bowling at my buddy's house, and like the Wii Sports or whatever. Hard to beat that. But man, I wish I played more games because it is fun, but it's just like, man, sometimes my life gets hectic too, and it's just like, when can I play games? Like, it'd be late at night or something.
I mean, like, I don't know, bro. I'm just like such an adult at this point. It's like a hobby, like a hobby. Like, I mean, like a hobby, and I can go hang a TV. Yeah, that's one of my hobbies.
Like a hobby, yeah.
Like, I get to play with my tools. I get to, you know what I'm saying? I get to measure some shit. I get to drill some holes. Like, I get to, that's cool. Smoke weed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's a hobby. It's a lifestyle, but like, I like to do adult things like day drink.
Yeah. That'll spice it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's really dope that I can be at my job and decide that I want to have a drink and that nobody can tell me that that's not okay or that's not acceptable.
Right, yeah. You can do whatever you want.
I can.
Yeah, as long as you take care of yourself, as long as you maintain the experience, like you're saying, the experience, because that's what they're coming for.
And I've got this.
Yeah.
I've got the game sewed up, okay? We got that under control.
There you go.
So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just like to kick it. I like to travel. I love to travel.
Yeah.
My wife travel. We take really, really dope trips.
So tell me about that then. How where are y'all going? Like when you say you travel, like a dope trip, give me an example of like a dope trip. Because like most people are just like, we went to Dallas this weekend.
Nah, like Dallas is like a second home. We got family there. Like that's not a vacation. It's not a vacation if you didn't get on a plane. I mean, you got to go at least kind of out the state, like at least go to Houston or like Austin. But I've been to a lot of places. We started off small. I remember our first trip that we went somewhere we went Austin. Went to Austin. That was a fun time. We've been to Denver, Colorado. That's a fun time. Drove up there.
Oh, you drove?
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that? Like 18 hours, 16 hours?
Yeah.
Like that?
But our dad lives in Amarillo, and Amarillo is like the exact halfway mark.
Right.
So it was great to stop, have like a 4th of July barbecue, pop some fireworks, then get up and get on the road the next morning.
Okay, so it wasn't just like,
it was actually planned. It was like part of like the trip to like, hey, we'll go see your dad too. Yeah. Like, it was dope. But we went to Santa Cruz, California. Santa Cruz was fun. We took a family trip with the kids to like LA. We've been to Miami a couple times. But like the best trips have been St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico.
You flew there? Yeah, we go on a boat. I'm a cruiser. I've been to all these different places, like all these islands and stuff. I always show up on a boat, man.
I don't like the crew guys. I want to be there. I don't want to be on the boat. And most of the time you're on the boat. Like we're not even like resort people. When we go to these places, we don't do resorts. We're I want an Airbnb where like the people are around the people. Like I want to go eat where the people eat. I don't want to really do like touristy shit. I'm trying to like live.
How they live.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it's like over there. Like, don't send me where the McDonald's at. Tell me where all the local folks go eat at. That's where I'm trying to go. Oh, the super veggie bit.
Yeah, I don't know. We get off the cruise ship and follow the tourist path. So we're not probably experiencing anything that happens in that country for real.
Yeah, man. I love driving in those places. Like driving in St. Thomas and driving in Puerto Rico is like so fun. It's fun.
There's no rules. Some of these places, there's no rules. Where were we at? We were in Honduras.
Oh no, I bet there's no rules.
There's no rules in Honduras.
No, Puerto Rico and St. Thomas, they got rules. On St. Thomas, in the Virgin Islands, you do drive on the left hand side of the road though.
Right.
So that was a bit of a challenge at first, but after the first day or so, it's pretty easy to catch on. It's like left on red. That fucked me up the most.
Yeah, because
not right on red. Left on red.
We're literally not supposed to go left on red here.
Right. But it makes sense. You go, okay.
Yeah, you just opposite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. But yeah, it's fun driving there. We went twice. Both times we stayed in really, really dope places that had these like amazing views. See the ocean, the sky's open, you can see all the stars in the sky, all the planets and everything. Like, it's really beautiful places. Like Puerto Rico was really dope too. Like we did a week there. We usually try to take a week in the summer when the kids are with the grandparents. So like we can.
Yeah, there's our cruises. We haven't took the kids on a cruise yet, but it's just like I feel like if I'm a super parent all year long, I can get 1 week and not feel bad about it.
Just 1 week.
Just 1 week where it's just me and her, so we can chill. Because them kids are not going to let you chill, especially my 3-year-old, my 1-year-old. They not going to chill.
Mine are older, man. So it's not even like that. Like, we're actually probably going to have to start taking them on trips real soon. Like,
yeah,
we're like all the time with us. But like I said, it's cool. But it's beautiful there in Puerto Rico. Like I said, we stayed in 2 different places. One of them was like kind of right outside like the main spot, San Juan. It was like 10 minutes down the road, you know. It was cool. It was kind of fun. We just relaxed. But then at this other place that we stayed, it was like literally up in the mountains and like deep into the jungle in the mountains, like ridiculous, like crazy views, like bird sounds. And it was nuts. Like we had this little hike thing and it was like this. We went down this trail and this path and like it was a real hike, but it was like a secret little grotto, like a river thing down there. And it was like our own personal little pool. And that shit was so beautiful. Like I got to see like real life waterfalls, like swim at a waterfall and all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit you just don't normally
can't do here. Yeah.
Yeah. And like it was just us. Nobody else was there because it was on this property. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like it was dope. Like,
that reminds me of one of the coolest things we ever did. Now, all we do is take cruises and then we go on these little excursions.
Right.
And some of them are super touristy and some of them are really cool. And we went to this cave in Mexico. And that was cool. Like underground cave. And I'm talking about we walked in this cave for over an hour, like into the cave.
That's scary.
Yeah. And so they have like this little, you know, you have a headlight. And you have stuff like that. And you have like this little stick to poke with to make sure you're not finna, you know, kill yourself and fall and break your neck and shit. And then there's even parts we had to swim through. And, but it was cool. But, bro, we got to, like I said, we had been walking for, it was at least an hour into the cave. We get to the part at the end, they were like, we want you to experience like what it's really like to be in this cave. So we get in the water, like, and it's cold. You know, that water's cold as hell. So we're in the water. Everybody turns their headlamps off. You're in complete darkness in the middle of this cave in cold water up above your chest. That was like the most like craziest experience I've had in a long time.
Sounded slightly scary.
Yeah. It was, it almost kind of felt like, because like even before you went in this cave, they burnt this incense and stuff over you and stuff because the cave is supposed to be, it means something to them, you know? And so like the whole experience was kind of like so unnatural almost, especially when you got to the end, you cut off the lights, you're just in this water and you just, all your senses are fucked, you know? And you like pitch black is scary as fuck. And so, I mean, like the fish were like, there was like these white fish and then like there was bats in there and stuff. It was crazy, but I just can't forget the feeling of just being in the dark completely. Like in this cave, like if you take that light away, we're not getting out of this cave.
Right.
How could you get out of that cave? I don't know. It is insane. And so that was cool. Yeah, when you talked about the little secret river, I just thought about the cave. That was probably the coolest thing we've ever done. Yeah, we loved it. But
scary.
Yeah, the end was scary. Sure. And then you turn around, you walk back. But I don't know, man. Like cruises, the cool thing about a cruise is, I will say this. You get in the ocean. You've been let's say you've been at sea for like 2 days. it's like 10 p.m. at night to just go get on the top deal and just look out and feel the wind. You're like on the 14th story of this massive like hotel boat floating through the ocean. It's insane, bro. It really doesn't make any sense. But and you just, the wind smacking it, but everywhere you look, nothing.
Yeah.
And you get up in the morning and watch the sun come up over the ocean. And it's just like, dude, every direction you look 360, nothing but water. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of people just go do the boat stuff. But I like to just look at shit. Like to be out in the middle of the ocean, just look at shit. I do like that.
The ocean is, I'm not scared to swim in the ocean. I've like snorkeled, like I've like dove pretty deep down and touched the bottom and like come back up.
Yeah.
I got a cool story to tell you. Wait.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like the sheer power of the ocean. It's like a fearful respect.
Oh yeah.
And just the sheer, like you said, you can see almost endlessly as far as you can physically see.
Every direction.
To get lost in the ocean is probably the scariest thing ever.
It's like being in a cave.
I think I'd rather be in the ocean than a cave, though.
The pitch black cave with not.
You know what? Not even caves like that. You know what caves fuck me up the most?
What's that?
Them little tight ones that people be like,
oh no. Yeah, I don't do that neither. No, I don't do.
Would never, could never. Don't you even ask me.
I think I'm a little claustrophobic, definitely.
Absolutely. And
when I was in the Army, they really tried to get us over that, and they would put us in situations, and I kind of had to thug it out. But like as a civilian, like, dude, I'm not putting myself in some small ass box or any tight deal for no reason at all. There's nothing that motivates me, but unless like if we had to crawl through a tunnel to save my kids, okay, we're going through the tunnel.
Right. Yeah, but not by choice.
Not by choice.
Not willingly. Not that sounds fun. No.
Yeah. I tell you one thing we did that was cool as hell. This was an excursion. I can't even tell you where. Just somewhere, some fucking tropical place. My wife, she every time I tell a story, she'd be like, "Oh, that was here." I don't remember. I was in the ocean. We got in this thing. And it's like a scooter, and it lowers into the water, and you've got like a little bubble. It looks like a damn helmet, like a water helmet, like an aqua helmet. I don't know how to describe it. But water, the way they let you down, water doesn't come up in there because physics or however the fuck. So you're in this little scooter, it's like Mario Kart. You're underwater and you're like making your little scooter go, and water's up to your neck, but not in the deal. Have you ever done that before?
No.
Dude, it's kind of freaky. So at first he was like, you may, I've been known to freak out a little bit as I've gotten older. So he was like, it's like an expert diver, and they drop you down, they lower you down there slowly, and you're supposed to give them the hand signal, make sure you're all right, you know? So he put me, I go underwater, and it's first you go like 10 feet, your ears pop and all that. And you got to like pressurize, like try to get your ears to pop and all that shit. And then, dude, I just kind of freaked out for a second. And I was just like, because it's weird, bro. Because like it's water everywhere, but not in this one little bubble. And the ocean is loud, like it's loud as fuck. Like on this glass, you just hear like.
I understand what you're talking about though, because in the Virgin Islands, now we didn't do this, but it was on our list. We just didn't have time. On our second trip,
I think that's called Snuba.
Yeah, well, they had this like a thing, and they got all this wildlife, and you put this big helmet thing on it. You kind of walk the bottom, but it's like all these fish are swimming around and all this different little sea life. But you see them, and you kind of interact with them, and like
it's probably the same physics involved to keeping the deal. Yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean when they flipped the boat over. You remember that?
Yes.
They walked underwater with the boat over there. I guess I don't know if that was scientifically accurate. But that same effect happens in the deal.
Yeah. Same concept.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the physics either. Don't get me the line.
Yeah.
I know a lot, but not that. But I was going to tell you about this you said, dope experience. I got one for you. So on this same trip, I told you we went to the Virgin Islands twice. The second time we went, it was my wife was turning 30. And so she had a couple of friends that she had took down there with her too. And we was down there and we got like a small yacht rental with the captain and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like they took us around and we was like drinking, it was real cool. But like, bro, they took us to fucking Epstein Island. They took us to Little St. John and I snorkeled there. I snorkeled there. You can see the little, the building from the island, like the little with the blue stripes and the gold. Like you can see that was there.
You might be on the list.
I'm not. Not
on the list.
Not on the list.
Just snorkel near it.
Snorkel near it. And I did not touch the land at all. I got near it.
Yeah. They may try to get you proximity, huh?
Yeah. I was like, fuck with
that. One time we were in Miami and we went on something like that. Were you by yourself though? Or was there other people in there?
No, it was us. It was us. It was like our party.
That's cool. We went one time and there was other people. It was like a catamaran and they take you into the... they call it Star Island off of Miami, where all the,
rich people
they show you all the houses and they say, hey, that's Diddy's house. He grew up all his trees so you can't look in his yard. And I was like, that's smart. And then you see, that was Shaq's house over there. That's why the door is 13 foot tall or some shit. But man, dude, we got toasted on there, like just drunk as hell. Because so drinks were included. It was like a dinner type deal. And they fed us. And then we started drinking and they would just bring me I remember it was Bud Light because it gave me a headache. But dude, I had like 12 of them. And you could just ask the captain. You could just be like, I need a beer. He'd be like, all right, brother, and give you a beer. And he'd be like, I need another beer. And he'd be like, all right. And I'm just like, dude, how? She ended up drinking like 2 bottles of wine. I think the equivalent. Yeah, she fell in a bush, bro. So we get off the catamaran and we're walking in and we're trying to get to our Uber because we got an Uber coming to pick us up.
Right.
Have you ever been to the bay? It's some kind of bay. They call it the bay or some
maybe
Miami. Anyways, we're getting our Uber there, and she's kind of stumbling back and forth. Well, she goes to take her heels off because we were dressed nice for this thing because it was like a fancy deal. She went to take a step, and I was kind of holding her, but I just like lost grip of her. She fell in the bushes.
Terrible.
Gone. So funny at the moment. She's like, get me out of the bushes. And I'm like drunk as hell. I'm like, I'm trying to get her out of there. But yeah, that was our dinner boat. But that's been our favorite one though.
Right.
It just ended bad. She almost broke her ankle.
That would have been horrible. They would have not been a good story anymore.
She took it like a champ though.
That's what's up. Man.
Yeah.
Real trooper.
Yeah. We've had a lot of, vacation is important, dude. I don't think a lot of people, I need to go on more vacations. I gotta quit pinching my pennies and just go on vacation sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta say fuck it.
Yeah.
We need this.
Yeah.
We want to go to Thailand. That's the goal.
That'd be cool.
Thailand looks dope. Thailand's really big. That's what, I like the islands because you can generally see all of it.
Yeah, you can see everything.
Now, Puerto Rico's a little bigger. We saw most of it. We didn't see all of it, but we traversed most of the island.
Yeah, we were at, Whitney's whooped my ass when she sees this, and I can't remember any of this shit. It's a super small island, Grand Caymans, and you can literally see it's like 2 or 3 miles long, maybe. And there's like donkeys in the road, bro. You're driving and shit, and like it'll be a donkey in front of you, and you just have to they'll just honk at it, like, get the fuck out the road. This shit's insane.
Yeah.
And then sometimes but on some of them islands, bro, they literally don't have rules for driving. I know we talked about that earlier. Like when we was in Honduras, bro, we was in they said there's no rules. There's no car insurance. Like if you wreck, you wait for the police to show up and you just kind of hash it out. The police come up with like a decision on the spot. No car insurance, no nothing. Like you can have a BMW and wreck it. And they just be like, damn, you shouldn't have wrecked.
Should have drove better.
Yeah, you should have drove better. And they be on like motorcycles and they're just like weaving in and out. Like there was no stop signs. There was no traffic lights. It was like organized chaos.
Yeah. Well, luckily, the 2 places we went are still U.S. territories.
Yeah.
So they have stoplights and stop signs and other things of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever? And some of them places they would tell us they were like, "Do not get off the path." Like some of the tourist deals, like in Jamaica, they was like, "Yeah, dude, don't Like if you go do an excursion, do that excursion and like get back on the boat.
I don't know. It wasn't like that where we was. I mean, like, okay, we did see some sketchy parts of Puerto Rico that I wouldn't go to as we were, driving and going places and just kind of navigating around. We did see some dilapidated areas. Like some places you probably would avoid.
Right.
But like I said, where we was at, like the first spot was kind of touristy. It was touristy, but it was cool. It was close and we was getting familiar with things. But that second place we went, nobody spoke English. Like no English.
That's crazy.
So it's like, and even our little Spanish translator apps wasn't working because they speak a slang form.
Yeah, they don't.
It's even different up in them little mountains where we was at from where it is in like the main city. They was like, oh yeah. So some stuff it was just wasn't. But they got this little thing in the Google app where you take your camera and you aim it at something in another language and it puts the whole thing in English. So we was able to like get full menus of food, figure out what stuff was mostly. Like
they got AI on these new phones you can be on the phone with somebody and it'll translate it for you and tell you what they're saying in English. Like the newest iPhones and the newest, like I know for sure my wife just got the Samsung 24 Plus or whatever, the newest Android version of the iPhone basically. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you can call her. Like she has this thing where you call her and she'll say, I can't talk right now. Tell me what you need. And I'll be like, hey, bring home groceries. And it'll read it out to her. Joe said, hey, bring out groceries. Like it's translating what I'm saying into text first so she can text without actually having to pick up the phone and talk to me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they're going to have it soon to where you can put like headphones in and talk to people in a whole different language. It's coming.
I've seen little I guess maybe concept videos or videos of like things that do that. And yeah, between that and like the Apple
Vision.
Yeah, that looks crazy. I mean, like, I don't want to put that shit on personally.
No.
It's really dope.
It's cool.
I've seen some really cool things, but like, I'm not with that. Like,
that's going to put us even further out of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how distracted we are already. Like, they show people, they'd be like at Starbucks ordering and they're like watching YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, in certain cases, it's cool. Like, one of my favorite things was the dude learning to play piano with it. I was like, how intuitive.
That's cool.
How smart.
That's really cool.
I saw another fun thing where the Apple Vision had used what's called AR, augmented reality, to like generate a bunch of little coins in the floor, and the person was vacuuming it up. So they knew where they had vacuumed at, because if they had vacuumed up the coins, I was like, wow, that's so fun. You made vacuuming a game.
Yeah.
That's dope. But I still don't want to be in the house with these fucking goggles on. Let's be real.
Yeah, come on.
Let's be real.
I mean, what are the chances? I hate to keep bringing this back to this, but what are the chances we end up like Wall-E or something? We're just fucking plugged in.
The Matrix?
Well, I mean, like, have you seen Wall-E? Where
where the people are like fat and they're on the boat and they're they don't do shit. Like, they just eat and drink and everything's right there. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people want that. Like, I don't want that sedentary lifestyle.
No, I have to do stuff. That's like when we were talking about earlier, like when me and Luke was talking about AI, I was like, dude, I do not know. Like, you have to really have some activities lined up, because I don't think people can function without work, because it's just ingrained in us as humans, I think, at this point.
But see, that's the thing. We're supposed to be free to create and invent new things and, create art and create music and do all these things or whatever. But we don't have time. Because we work. That's the what's the opposite of you? It's like, that's the utopia.
Yeah.
That's the utopia where all the people do is create.
Yeah. But what about people that aren't really wired like that? Because some people, I feel like they are made to go work.
Yeah.
Like in a certain, like a structured environment. Like my wife, like you were describing your wife earlier, we're a team. We do all this. We create together. And me and my wife are so opposite. Like, she wants to go to work. She loves the structure of it. She loves, the system that company has.
Yeah.
And she has a good job. She works at a bank and stuff, and she's moved up through the ranks and shit. But like, she likes that type of deal where that sounds like prison to me. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I love being there on time, and I love this and that. And like, I answer to her and that's just one person. And, you know, if I can do this and then people have to come to me, and it's just like, I don't think people like, what are the people that don't like creating things? Because I think there's lots of people that don't really create stuff. It may not be wired that way. What would they do without work?
I don't know. See, maybe they are wired like that. And maybe they just have to work so much they don't have time to find a hobby or find the thing that they're masterful at.
Right. Maybe so. That could be true.
Everybody's good at something.
Yeah. See, it's
just different type of intelligences because everybody's brain is wired differently.
Yeah.
And like, just because like maybe somebody can't read, that don't mean that they can't like go out and be like A1 at construction or like being able to be like, oh, I just understand how to go build this fence. I don't know how. I just understand how to do it. Like there's different type of intelligences.
Yeah, there's handymen that don't know what to do with a computer, but there's computer guys that don't know how to fix a fence.
Yeah, like, you know, there's different types of smart. I think everybody's generally good at something, even if it's something random and specific.
Yeah,
everybody's good at something.
So people just need more self-discovery then?
Yeah, people need more time to themselves to figure out what they do like. Like people, I mean, and it sucks because like I'm saying all these things like they can just do that, but like people need to be able to enjoy life more. Like,
I agree.
It sucks that all people get to do is like, you know, a lot of people for the majority, like, you know, work and die. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's all a lot of people do. And it sucks.
It's like the system though that we're in is like, if you don't go out there and hustle, like then you don't get to feed these kids you want to see so bad. Yeah. And so that's like the two forces fighting each other. Like I love my kids. I want to spend time with my kids. And it's like, if I spend all my time with my kids and don't work, I cannot feed my kids. So it's like, okay, well then we got to go work and then we got to find a balance. But it's just like, are we going to,
yeah.
And I think of this.
I mean, that's why, I mean, like, you know, back in the day, like, you know how, I mean, just like with you.
Yeah.
The septic thing, the third generation thing. Like, you know, I feel like men brought their sons along and sons learned what their fathers did.
Yeah.
And I don't think that happens a lot now. I mean, mine do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mine, they're pretty well rounded.
Yeah. My son can like operate backhoe stuff and like tractors and stuff. And he's 3.
Right.
He can drive a side by side. Like he get off the road a little bit, but like he can drive his little kid side by side. Like I think it's cool, but it's just like I take him everywhere though. I try to take my son like everywhere because it's like I don't know. I think you're right though. I think that not enough people are growing up with like, Dad, show me how to do this. I think that's important too.
It is, and like you got to be mindful of stuff like that. Like, especially if it wasn't just inherently in you. Like, if maybe that wasn't your experience, maybe it's hard to learn how to incorporate that.
Yeah.
And how to be that if it wasn't like done for you. So, you know.
When I started the studio, I started seeing parallels of things that I've been taught that I had no idea I was being taught. Like from Dad and from Grandpa. Like certain situations, and they're so different. Like a rap recording session, having parallels with what happens at like pumping out somebody's septic tank. That interaction of the client to the person. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It is the same thing. And then I just was like, oh, damn, I kind of know how to handle this, even though it's not septic. I see like how Dad would pick and choose clients. Like people would call, like, because when I first started doing the studio, I would take pretty much everybody that called me. You know what I mean? Because I needed the money. But I wasn't sifting through. Like Dad will, even to this day, somebody will call him and he can immediately tell, okay, that's probably not something we need to get involved in. He just got the instinct. And I would listen to him turn down people call him on the phone, and I would like talk shit to him. I'm like, Dad, why are we turning down money? And he would be like, you know, not all jobs are good jobs. I get in the studio and I start recording people, and then I get somebody that I don't like recording. It's just not a good vibe. It's not working. And I get to thinking, it's like, okay, that's why you turn down money. not all jobs is good jobs. Not all sessions are going to be good sessions, and not all septic situations are going to be good situations. So little stuff like that I've seen him do, he was teaching me how to be a businessman, and I had no fucking clue.
Yup, absolutely, man.
But we got to do our part is like especially like you make the observation. I don't think that happens now. That makes it so much more important to make that realization and do that for our kids.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like you got to be there. You've got to show them. Like, and like I didn't always like know. Like in the past few years, I've really learned a lot, and I feel like grown a lot, just as a person, as a father, as a husband, as all of that type of stuff. But yeah, man, like you, it's necessary. Like from boy to man, it's not just like, oh, well, you're older now. No, boys have to be shown how to be men. They have to be told. They have to see how men handle things. They have to hear men talk. They have to see how men conduct business and conduct themselves. And to know like why your daddy did something like, hey, I did that because so-and-so and so-and-so. Like, oh, okay. Like, it's understanding, you know what I mean? Like, this shit's important. And I don't think a lot of people get that. And it's like people be lacking father figures, and then like, you know, they try to imitate or mimic.
They see it from the wrong people, and that's why it's so important. Like if a boy needs to see a man, and you're not there for that boy, then he may see the wrong man and mold his whole life after the wrong shit.
Yep,
it's scary, and it happens. It has. I mean, there's no doubt. Like statistically, you can prove that it happens. Like
absolutely. I mean, like it's just important to be there. I mean, like especially today's world, I know everybody say the same shit, but it's like social media, like it really do influence these kids. Yeah. Like we had set up a rule in our house, no social media until y'all at least get to high school, because y'all still young, y'all impressionable. Like y'all don't necessarily just need to be on there.
Yeah.
At all.
Somebody will be on there trying to tell them they're supposed to be a cat or something.
Yeah, or I mean, like, it's just like, you know, we had caught them doing stuff like a few years back that was just way out of their age range. And it's like, nah, y'all a little too grown on here. Y'all been influenced clearly. Y'all finna hang it up.
Well, they call people influencers now. I guess that's a powerful word. Like influence, like you have sway over these people, like over these kids.
Yeah. Like, man.
That's why
wielding the power of influence.
Yeah.
That's what Hitler did, son.
Yeah, for real.
The power of influence is strong, bro. Like, I hold a little bit of power and influence. I can post a picture and say, hey, I've got this new cookie. It's delicious. Come buy it. Lo and behold, not 10 minutes later, somebody done got on DoorDash and ordered one.
Yeah.
The power of influence.
So it's up to you to use it the right way.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is why, you know, one of the things that we like to do with our social media personally, with Cake House, like we be doing, I like to shout out like other local businesses.
Yeah, that's always a good move.
On the food review tip, like I'm a culinary guy. I'm a foodie. I love to cook. I love to eat.
Yeah.
I love food experiences. I love tasting something I've never tasted before, a new texture, a new flavor, a new combination of flavors, or just like something executed in a way that makes me think about that dish completely differently. Like I love to cook. Let it eat. So, you know, we always got to shout out, use we're close to like 9,000 followers on our page. It's pretty good. So I think it's dope that we can post it. I went to Johnny B's and I love, you know what Johnny B's is? It's a diner downtown.
Johnny B's. Shout out to Johnny B's. I've never been there, but man. Definitely.
I love them. Local.
I'm always rooting for the local guy though.
Yeah. Another family run business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That. And, but they made me a waffle burger. I was like, man, I'm really they made me a big ass fucking waffle burger. And I posted on the internet, and I went back a few weeks later. They was like, people have been coming in, ordering that thing. Yeah. And then like yesterday we shouted out, you said you like tacos?
Yeah, I like tacos.
Okay. In our parking lot, and where that gas station is like a Chevron, there's like a blue food truck to be over there. And it's a taqueria. And they've got the bomb quesadillas and the bomb tacos. It's called Taqueria El Gallo.
Go check them out. I'm going to have to go check them out, yeah.
Dude, bro, get some tacos, get some cookies. You're going to have a great day. You're like, man, KB put me on, man. KB put me on. I love to put people on, man.
That's something that I learned a long time ago. Cause like for some reason the engineers, like the audio engineers around here, it was just like their natural inclination was just to be like, this is our shit over here. You know what I'm saying? They would like put the walls up.
People are territorial.
Yeah. And so like one of the
engineers.
Yeah, I'm just from my personal experience, I saw it and I was like, damn. I said it almost like helped my soul to break those barriers. I'd be like, hey, like people didn't even like a lot of people would message me like, why did you do that? Like I'd share somebody else's like, he's got availabilities. Share that. Like Bruce Aaron. I love Bruce Aaron. That's my dog. Bruce Aaron will have availabilities. I may have availabilities.
But you'll share his too.
But I'll share his too. And they'll be like, why are you shouting Bruce out like that when you need work? It does something to you.
Bro, like as long as you got your own wave and you making your own motion and you doing what you do, I'm gonna show love.
It's not gonna affect you if you have your own flow.
It's not. Like there's another bakery that they do like fondant work for our like cakes and stuff. Shout out to Sweet Arts Cakery. My classmate Amanda owns it. Her and her mom run it. Like it's cool. They do their thing. They're fire. Like, but they make our fondant pieces for our cakes. And like I shout them out constantly. They make cakes. We make cakes. They don't not sell us stuff that we need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going, bro. Like it's a certain level of finesse that you ask for in a cake. Like once you get to this and 3D sculpting and go right on over there. Yeah. Please, I would love for you to go over there and not tell me no more about this because I'm not going to hit that hoe the way they're going to hit that hoe. Not even close.
Right.
You're going to be mad at me. Yeah. I got some good abilities, but when it comes to cake decorating, that's not it. I mean, we're decent. Yeah. We do pretty good.
Yeah.
But man, I seen they did a flaming skull.
Oh yeah, that's
whole 3D flaming skull. It doesn't exist in me, son.
Yeah, I watched that. That just made me think of that TV show where they guess if it's real. If you saw that,
is this cake?
Yeah, is this cake? Yeah,
is it cake?
I'm sure you've seen that. Yeah, being the cake guy. But dude, you really can't tell sometimes. Them dudes are wizards.
It's ridiculous. Oh. You know what though? Let me not front. I don't care for a cake, how it looks, if that bitch don't taste good. Yeah. I am a form over function.
Yeah. Wait, function over form.
Function over form, bro. Like I'd rather a basic looking cake that tastes amazing than something that looks extremely exquisite and it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, because like
some of the fanciest looking shit don't taste good, bro.
Yeah, but that only happens in the cake world. You don't see like a good looking pizza and be like, look how they decorated that pizza. Like, you're not gonna keep eating that pizza if it don't taste good. If you look at a plain looking pizza and it's fire, you're gonna get that every time. But in the cake world, I have noticed that. It's like, oh, look how extravagant this is.
But it's like 20 layers of fondant.
Yeah, like, and that's the stuff that like holds it together, huh?
The fondant is like when you need to like make something like 3D, or like say you have like, you know, when it looks like a whole tarp is over the cake, when it's like one single color, it don't look like icing, it's like flat. Like that's fondant. Fondant just doesn't taste good.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. I don't care who makes it. Cool. It just doesn't taste good. I mean, some people might say I'm wrong. I just don't think fondant tastes good at all. It's edible.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you can eat it.
Yeah. It won't make you sick.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, man, just food is I don't know why I just never thought of food as such an art deal. But like when I talked to Tyler and he was just like this passion behind pizza. And I was just like, for some reason, like I'm 29 years old and I'm just now thinking about like people, because I just think, I guess I've just always thought it's just food. It's food.
Nah, bro. Like
crafting
everybody that really likes to cook, we're like scientists doing experiments. Because like, you know, cooking, baking, making crust, like Tyler talking about, anything you do, it's nothing but a series of chemical reactions. That's what everything is. Everything that you do with cooking, literally every single thing, a series of chemical reactions. It's it from putting the damn salt on the meat and it drawing the moisture up, to putting it in the pan and it caramelizing and to cooking a sauce down and it's reducing, like whatever you do, bro, like baking and putting the baking soda in the baking powder and that's leavening to make the shit rise. And like, it's science, bro. It's literal science, man. It's just it's science with food. It's food science.
Yeah. That's cool because like you're describing this like other people describe like their art. And that's so it is. I see. I don't know. It's just clicking in my head. It's making sense. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like,
because that's how somebody would describe, like, oh man, when I get in the booth and the everything's flowing, everything's going, and I crafted this up, and it rhymes how I want it to rhyme, shit like that.
And my thing is, but when somebody tastes it and they go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, that's the best so and so I've ever tasted. I'm like,
the reaction is important. It's like somebody like when somebody hears your song and they're like, ooh,
the nasty face. Ooh.
It's the same thing.
It is.
And the enjoyment you get out of seeing somebody react to like, shit, like you're doing good. Like, I don't know. It's not that taps into our inner soul. I think we need that.
Because it's like I said at the beginning, like, cooking and food is like one of my love languages. Like when me and my wife was first starting dating, bro, I was trying to like sweep her off her feet, bro. I was cooking and baking cakes and doing all type of shit. I was young with it. She ain't never seen nothing like this, okay?
Yeah. Nobody's just out here cooking for her.
Hell no. I got, I was young and doing my thing. I had like a fully furnished apartment. I know most dudes probably had like the lawn chair with the TV. The game, and that's about it. Maybe the little bed. Nah, bro, my shit was furnished. I was cooking. I was doing my thing. But bro, like I said, it's one of my love languages. So when I can share that experience with somebody, like when somebody can look at me and be like, "Hey, man, y'all did that. Y'all shit is good. Y'all shit is always good." Like it means something. Thank you, because we really try to make sure that every time you come in there, y'all shit is delicious. Like.
And when you go to corporate places, like I say corporate, but like chains and stuff like that.
They don't care.
Yeah. And it just happens when you get big, when you get McDonald's, when you get stuff like that. Like they just don't give a fuck.
Not really. Not most of them. Most of them don't.
You may find an exception here or there, but the person that's at a cooking place that really gives a fuck is almost like an exception. You have people that just love to cook.
Unless it's their restaurant. Unless they're like, heavily invested or something. It's like they're collecting a paycheck mostly. And most people don't care about their jobs now, especially like post-COVID. Like the customer service and like food service and everything has really kind of been shitty, man. Like ever since they took 24-hour Walmart away, shit just ain't been the same.
Yeah, I miss 24-hour Walmart. Dude, the shit you see at like 3 or 4 in the morning at Walmart is hard to beat that.
I just like that I could go and mostly nobody was there.
Yeah, like the whole place to yourself.
Again, people.
People kind of suck.
Yeah, they're just always right where you need to be. It's always right where you need to be.
The only person you got to fight in the middle of the night is that damn robot.
Yeah, man. The AI floor waxer.
AI floor waxer.
It's crazy, bro.
There's a pissed off floor waxer right now. Like, goddamn robot.
The Walmart workers, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Walmart workers.
Yeah, for real.
Man.
And that's the thing, like, and people get to preach about entrepreneurship like we were talking about earlier, but bro, if we didn't have the person that said, fuck entrepreneurship and I just need to go, does my life work better like this? This shit will not fucking work.
Yeah, like it's a cool, like you want to say something on the internet and you want to look, nah, bro, but like some people, they've been having to take like, no, fuck entrepreneurship. I want to know that I'm going to bring home this amount of money and be able to pay this amount of bills at any given time because that's not in my repertoire. That's not my hat to wear. That's not my job, literally.
Yeah, my wife has seen me make like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in a month and turn around and make like 400. Like if it rains like a bunch, like this last guy, I went from a baller to I needed spare change. And that's just how it is. The ebbs and flows of shit. Especially, I had to just turn up in other areas, but like some people that is not appealing to the fact that it may not. And it's like, well, if I quit my job, how do I know? You don't. You don't know.
You don't know.
You're just trying to put
you're
something.
Really willing to commit.
And even then, it's a risk. I do think about.
You might not be good at it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And we hear like they love to show success stories. Mm-hmm. We hear about success stories. One thing we don't think about is like failure stories.
I think about those all the time.
There's got to be millions.
Yeah, especially in
stories. And we tend to feel like, I don't know, I tend to feel like, all right, this is going to work because I'm putting so much effort into it. But I do think that there's situations that even effort can't save. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, like things have to align properly for you. Like you really gotta make the right moves. Like I'm thankful. Like we've made it a year now. Like to make it a year is crazy. We saw 2 businesses in the same little shopping center close down.
Yeah,
like actually more than that.
Yeah,
we've seen I think 3 businesses close down over there. So it's like,
I mean, that could have been somebody's life savings to start that. It could have been a dream. That could have been an entrepreneur may have hyped them up on this shit, and that could have ruined their life. There's definitely a dark side to entrepreneurship.
But like everybody's not cut out for it. Like, because there's certain things I know I need to do every day, and I'm going to make sure that those things are done on top of making sure that, like, I didn't post on the internet today. I probably fucked up my algorithm by not posting today.
Yeah.
Damn. Because
you got to post every day something.
Yeah, but like
that's difficult in itself.
Like I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Got to be dad at the same time. Me and my wife got to make sure that the kids, like, they all do like sports and shit. So we got practices and we got this and we got that and we got the shop, and then like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, you really have to, like, it's a sacrifice time. You have to be willing to do things that you don't want to do. You have to be willing to push yourself when you're tired. You have to be always giving. Like, the amount that you put in cannot decrease. You have to constantly pour into it the same way. Because if you don't care what you're doing and what you're putting out or how you moving, or like, then that's going to translate.
Right. I agree.
It's like it's like a living, breathing organism almost. Like,
it's like not watering. It's like not giving your pet water one day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really what it's like. Because like, you don't feed your dog one day, your dog's gonna be like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, you didn't feed me."
Mm-hmm.
It's really like that. And one. All right, we got to start winding down. But another thought that crossed my mind when I think about this is, being able to do work that you're not paid for is a big part of like it not working, because a lot of people are so conditioned to going to work and getting paid that lots of people get paid hourly. I work this time, I get paid this time. That is not a thing when you have your own deal.
No, hours. Like people get it's my Friday. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't have that.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. Like, hours. Like, why would I count my hours, bro? Like, I don't want to. That's depressing.
It is.
Because I was there for 12 hours on Saturday. I was probably there for just as long on Friday. Like, like sometimes we got to be there. Like, we got to go home and then come back up there and get ready for the morning or cook more shit, make more shit. Like, like sometimes 2 a.m. Like, when we did the grand opening, I was up for nearly 48 hours straight. Yeah. When we did our 1-year anniversary not that long ago, again, just to stay up prepping, I was up for almost 48 hours straight. Like, people don't want that. People don't want to have to stay up for 2 days, but like, it's something I've acknowledged, and it's something I have to do sometimes. And like, I call it going like slightly manic.
Yeah,
like, because I'm going to be driven. I'm going to get high as fuck. I'm going to drink a lot of caffeine. I'm going to turn on some music and like,
just go for it.
I'm just there and I'm in the zone. Like, I'm on autopilot. I'm just, nothing is on my mind except what I'm single.
Yeah.
Laser focused at that point. Like
that happened. Like, here, we built this side and I was out of work for because this flooded and then we had to get it rebuilt. Like, the night before, it was like, I had no choice, bro. Like, it was time to start working again. So fuck where we're at in the construction process, all that. We just me and shout out to Young Wag. Shout out to
that's my classmate.
Yeah, you know Wag? That's my boy, man. He built this. He built that booth for me and all that stuff like
Solid,
that.
Man.
Yeah, good dude. So man, we turned up and it was like that same type of experience. Like, we just didn't sleep. We just went at it, and it's like, dude, I have to start running sessions like tomorrow or it ain't gonna happen. And so we just did it. And it turned out, and we recorded that whole next day, and then we were booked, and then we were booked, and it was like, I went from like, I spent my last dab of money to rebuild the booth to, okay, we're good again.
Yeah.
But it's like
you gotta, that's the thing about entrepreneurship too. You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to almost drain yourself and put yourself into the negative just to be able to operate, just so you can live to fight another day. You have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to sometimes go, okay, let me shuffle these bills around. Let me see what I can pay here. Let me pay here. If we do this here, we can. Like, you have to be willing to do that. Like, you have to be comfortable. Have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where growth happens.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do this shit. Like, it doesn't feel good. It's scary. Gives you a little anxiety at times. It can have your mind racing, but that's where growth happens. That's where you show and prove. If you make it out of that, then you did it. You're better than you were before.
Yeah.
You know, you're stronger. You're smarter. Like, if you're not going to let that happen again. And if you do, you know what to do to come about the shit. Like,
it's just, yeah, that last thing you said is, I super felt that. Because like at the studio, something would go wrong. It's like, oh, fuck. You know, what can I do to make that shit not happen again? That's a big thing. And I mean, that falls into creating a system, you know, but like, if I have an experience this way, okay, we're changing the rules. That can't happen again. Adapting, because if you just go through the same shit over and over and over again, then it's your fault. Like, especially if you let people do you the same way more than once, that's your fault. And that's another part of it. And it just being able to fix things. I feel like I just fix shit all the time.
I do, bro. I've at this shop, I've done everything. Like, you know, so I hung our TVs up. I got our little signage system going. You know, I changed out all the fucking ceiling tiles in the kitchen. I've plunged the toilet. I've put in a new sink. I've had to change a fuse in the electric box. Like, I've had to do a lot of stuff that I've never done before. I put up these like, we had to have this like protective fiberglass plastic coatings. I don't know. It's like these big giant sheets. You got to get this paste and you got to put it all over the wall. You got to put this. I did that shit. Like, I've done everything now. I've done everything, bro. I had to get like the fucking saw thing and cut this shit down. Like, bro, I've done everything at this point, man. I've fixed shit.
It's just a constant cycle of shit breaking and fixing it.
Yeah, but it's cool because I know what to do next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what to do next time. I've got that in my bag of tricks now. Oh, that toilet clogged up.
Yeah.
I know what to do. Don't call no plumber. I got this.
Yeah. Because that helps too. Jeez. If you have to call someone else to fix everything you do, then that'll get rough.
Especially in the moment, bro. Like, you know, like shit that you need fixed immediately.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, this is gonna.
You either got to do it or have somebody and that's what we were talking about earlier, having somebody. Like, I call Wag, I call Tony. Like, them two alone right there solve like 95% of my problems, like in a hurry too. And they're just good friends. And I make sure I take care of them, you know what I'm saying? But like, they will pull up and fix some shit. If I can't do it, they'll fix it, damn it. And man, I feel like the second half of this, we really got into some gems for sure.
Absolutely.
The good and the bad of entrepreneurship, because it is. And people get on here and paint it like it's all like super nice. It kind of sucks.
It's cool because it's your world, it's your rules, but you still got to move accordingly.
Yeah, that's the cost of it. The cost of being your own boss is literally like you give up a whole bunch of stuff in order to be your own boss, or you could go give up your what you're feeling is freedom to an actual boss. Like, pick your poison.
Because what's dope is if I just decided, you know what, we're not open tomorrow.
You don't have to be open.
I don't.
It's beautiful. Do that all the time here.
I don't. People need us.
Yeah.
People love us.
And when we talked about that, I had to, sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but Tyler said the same thing. He was like, yeah, man, if I don't want to work tomorrow, I won't. He's like, I always do it. I be taking them off days, bro. Sometimes I just nothing.
I don't know how to do that. Like, I need to do, like, don't get me wrong. Even if I'm at the house, I'm trying to find something I need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to do this? Do I need to do this?
I like to go get the kids. Like I'll go pick up my son and my daughter. Like if there's no money like super lined up, and that happens, especially when it's raining. Okay, let's get the kids. We're gonna go do something.
Yeah.
Like I might just be dad all day long. That's dope. That's not something that just happens. Oh, it rained today. You get to be a dad all day.
Right.
That's dope. So I try to do stuff like that. Like if I'm rained out, I try to get the kids. Sometimes I just go work in the rain. That blows. But I mean, hey, you have to. Like yesterday, I was under a trailer. It was nasty. It was stopped up. I had to. I opened up. I had to get some relief somewhere, so I opened this deal up. I was under a trailer. I couldn't go nowhere. I got shit all over me. It's nasty. But it's like I don't know. I function in that. It don't bother me, but it is nasty. But underneath an old trailer, shit under there. Like, but it's like if what the life gave us is worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and if I don't keep getting under these trailers and making shit happen, then life is gonna change. So it's like, okay, we'll get under the trailer. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, bro. It ain't no calling in sick. It ain't no, I don't really feel good.
And that's
my
the thing,
feet
like,
hurt. I'm gonna take some PTO. No. It's on you. It's your responsibility. If something goes wrong, you got to deal with it. So
that's like when people call us and they can't flush. This happens all the time. Like that is an emergency. Like if one of your super clients, like a client you take care of and they're a good client, they pay, they need you. You tell them, I'm just chilling today. Sorry. But yeah, or you know what I'm saying? You don't come immediately unstop their situation. They're going to have to go hire somebody else. They're not going to not flush. You give somebody else the opportunity to swoop in and be their savior. It's like, no. Some moments it's like, okay, we got to go unstop this shit. Literally. we finna lose a good one. We can't lose them. We got to get under that trailer and we got to fix it. But
gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's been fun, man. I'm super glad you came on here. I feel like that we could split this into 2 parts.
Probably so. I'll come back again because we didn't really get into nothing crazy. We just talked about real normal shit. Like, I can go way.
I want to get, dude. I was thinking about going off the rails like once a month, just gathering up guys, like a group of guys, like you and like Darby.
Together. Listen. Every time me and Jesse get together, it's a unrecorded podcast. I swear to God, we talk about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
We talk about music. We talk about anime. And when I say conspiracy theories, that goes like the whole spectrum. Anything that you could possibly think of. Anything, psychics, mind control, MK Ultra, the government, aliens.
He was trying to put me on MK Ultra the other day. He was telling me about it, but just an example. But I'd like to get I think me, you, Jewel, Darby, put us at a table.
Jewel's good to talk to too. Jewel, I love talking to Jewel because Jewel and Jesse, Darby, they both entertain everything I have to say and they don't like discriminate against me if I say something like wild and off the record, like not off the record, but like really out there. If I say something really nuts, they just want to know exactly what I mean. Yeah, that's how I've been trying to be over here. Like when people say crazy stuff, because sometimes people have said crazy. I just ask a question and figure out more. That's it. That's it. Let them keep talking. Like let them tell you. Because I said I hold some pretty crazy beliefs and I have some pretty crazy thoughts and ideas. Like I hold some really wild out there beliefs. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you just hear where I come from, it make a little sense. Yeah. So, yeah, that would be fun. I thought about doing that. Like maybe calling something like maybe like a down the rabbit hole type deal. And I just get people together that are good at talking and that are not afraid to just go wherever, dude. Because I like listening to stuff like that. I wouldn't say any of my beliefs are just too wild, but I like to ask probing questions and keep people explaining, because then you get to hear what they're thinking. A lot of that type of stuff is just like to understand something. Like a lot of times people, I feel like I've gained an understanding of certain things and like I can't necessarily explain it to you because I experienced it, but like I know this. So in me trying to tell you, I'm just trying to recollect my experience. Yeah, and you might come off as like a madman, but I'm dead serious and I'm speaking, clearly, you know, like, and I'm not ranting or just like, but I can say some things that come off, you know, as crazy or a madman, the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
But, you know, hear me out, like I said. It'll all make sense, I promise.
That's wild, man. Like I said, thank you for coming on here, man.
Sure, man.
Cake House. You don't take nothing from this. Go to Cake House. Get you some sweeteries. Is that a word? Sweeteries?
It can be. Yeah. Yeah. Come to Cake House. We got we got brownies. We got the exotic brownies, the exotic cookies. We got dessert jars. There's no place you can get a funnel cake and a cookie and a brownie and some ice cream and some good ass sweet tea.
Come on.
Nowhere like that. Except Cake House. Going nationwide, man. Shout out to the people. Shout out to Texarkana. Y'all are the best, man. Y'all really shown me love. Well, not me. Y'all shown us a lot of love over the past year. It's been really dope. Can't wait to, you know, see what the rest of this year holds. But like, yeah, man. Shout out to the community. Shout out to Joe Teel, man.
Hey, appreciate it. I'm just trying to shine a light on people, you know, that's doing cool stuff, man. I like cool, interesting people.
And we got so much. We didn't even talk about music, bro, which is crazy.
Yeah. We'll sit down again. This is like my channel, dude. I just want my channel to just be, man, just conversations. That's all I'm looking for. It's good conversation. I can just load my channel down with good conversation. I feel like people get used to hearing it and want to hear more. So if you listen this far, remember, subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. More content coming soon. More guests coming soon. I'm going to bring guests back. Me and KB got a lot more to talk about. And yeah, man, y'all be blessed. Appreciate you.